Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple of weeks and for good reason. It's just been super busy. I have had, it literally seems like no time, and I did film a little bit. So I filmed some stuff and it just kind of didn't flow because it was really just me running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Between trying to get ready for this car show, prepping the car, and not only that, it had to go to like 4 different places to get to the point where we had everything kind of completed. And not everything got completed, and some things really didn't get completed, although they should have been. I'll explain what that means in a second. But I had a lot of fun this weekend. Anybody that made it out there in the local area, there was cars from all over the place at Pandafest. It was at Princeton Airport, New Jersey, and there was cars from all over the East Coast, and it was sick. There was cars that I was not really expecting to see there. A lot of older cars, a lot of new cars, a lot of show cars, track cars, you name it, it was there. And it was kind of cool to see, because sometimes at these car shows, you end up just getting all this new stuff or cars that you've seen all the time. And, you know, I'm not a big car show guy, so I wouldn't maybe have seen some of these cars that might have been around for a long time, but I just think that there was a really good mix of cars, and it was great to hang out with some good friends. All you know, car shows, that's kind of what it's all about, is hang out with your friends and enjoy the time that you're there. So let me kind of explain to you what's going on, and I'll show you kind of the hiccups along the way. So before we get too far into it, here's just a quick little glimpse of the show this weekend at Pandafest, Princeton, New Jersey. Check it out. Okay, so as you saw, the last photo was of the MR2, and it was complete and it looks beautiful. Well, that was just at the show. Now, it's not that it doesn't anymore, and it's not that it had any major issues, but sometimes they say, what is it? Being pretty isn't always easy, or being beautiful is not always easy. I don't know what the saying is. But anyway, long story short, the car doesn't look like that anymore. Looks kind of like it was in the city and somebody decided that they liked my gold wheels and took the wheels off. Well, that's not exactly the case. So what ended up happening was, a couple days before the show, we ran into some issues. So I ended up selling the RPF ones, which was not really my intention. It was to keep them as a second backup set of wheels, just in case I wanted to, I don't know, if at some point went to a track day, throw them on or something like that. But we'll get another pair. One of my our fellow MR2 enthusiasts, he's got a K24 turbo swapped MR2. He had it on a drag pack, and unfortunately, that's not exactly ideal to drive almost 2 hours, or whatever it was, maybe it was an hour and a half, to Princeton, New Jersey from down the shore. And so I ended up selling my extra wheels, and this is what ended up happening. So let's take a little bit of a walk. I had one of them shipped back to Qual, my polisher, and as you can see, we've got 2 wheels off, 3 tires in a pile, and not on the car. Well, what ended up happening was, Saturday, I went back to DP because we were going to get the exhaust put on, and in doing so, found out that 3 of the 4 tires were flat. I mean, completely flat. There wasn't even a little bit of air in it. It wasn't like there was a slow leak, and you could see that they were losing air. Actually, the one wheel that is still on the car is kind of like that. It is losing air very slowly. As you can see, it's kind of getting flat there. Unfortunately, I got to get a second set of wheels so I can get that one off too. And I ordered a new set of valve stems. I think at the end of the day, what ended up happening was I dropped it off at a tire shop that's not necessarily known for doing custom wheels, aftermarket wheels, and these are a little bit different because it's not like a regular wheel. And what I mean by that is, this is your standard valve stem, as you all know. Sticks out of the wheel, you know, nothing pretty, but that's why they make these color-coded or color-matched valve stems, or they make them, you know, like on the RPF 1s or the Yankees, they're a blue color. On the Volks, I have red. But this is what they look like on an older set of multi-piece wheels. Not all of them are like that, but a lot of them were. They wanted to kind of hide the valve stem so it didn't look ugly or stick out on the freshly polished lip, and also for pulling the wheels apart has something to do with that as well. So, yeah, unfortunately, had to take the wheels all off, and we're gonna have to get them shipped back out to Qualf to repair the one, and then the other ones are gonna have to go to a different shop. And being that I wanted to, you know, get this car back up and running, I want to get it out and about into some other shows. You know, it just reminds me, here, we'll get in here a little bit more. I don't know if you can see in there, I should get a light, but you can see we got new coilovers, we've got new end links, we even got new rotors, but these are just factory rotors I was able to get in a pinch. I didn't have to wait, and I wanted to just get something decent. We do have some EBC brake pads on there that work great, but I want to get all this stuff cleaned up and refreshed and do the wheel wells. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that, you know, this is a project that I should really start putting some elbow grease into and get it back to a certain level? At some point, I do want to go crazy on this car because I think it's worth it. I think that, you know, especially after the show, so many people gave so much positive feedback, and, you know, it's not, I don't think it was just out of like, hey, you know, nice MR2. I think it was like, it's cool to see this car. It's cool to see it in such great condition. And then to just get so many compliments on it really, you know, made it easy to get motivated again on this car. So down in the description or the comments below, let me know what you guys think. We got so much work to do on the Integra. Just been held up with parts and a lot of stuff. And I was really, you know, by having to shuttle this car back to the detailer, picking it up from the detailer, getting the wheels dropped off at the place, the tires taken off originally, then to have them redone, the wheels pulled apart, faces redone, lips redone. I mean, you could see these things just look so good. Lips are super shiny. The centers just pop now with the new gold. I'm excited about it. So we didn't get the exhaust put on. I do have to get the exhaust put on. We got a TCS Motorsports exhaust. Unfortunately, the shop that was going to do it, they ran out of time with a project that they had to get done for their own event this weekend. And it just seemed like just one thing, it wasn't worth going through all the hassle to try to get it done, having a problem trying to put it on, and then running into that issue later on. So long story short, that's pretty much it. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, show you what the MR2 ended up looking like after it got the wheels put on. They will be back on probably by beginning of next week, I'm hoping. So that's pretty much it for now. We're gonna give you an update. I got a few more videos that are gonna be coming very soon, and we got more car stuff. So stay tuned, guys. You know the deal. Like, subscribe. Thanks again.